Welcome back to Right on the Money, providing you and your family the necessary information you need to make informed financial decisions. Now, in case you're just joining us, our guest today, Robert Trejo, founder and managing partner of Coas Financial, located in beautiful San Jose. And Robert, we've been talking about a lot of awesome topics, from the importance of being a fiduciary, which you are, the importance of getting good advice on fundamental things such as Social Security. Where I want to jump in, we've talked about Social Security planning and how important it is, which I had no idea, income planning, and now we're going to talk about something else, which is taxes. How do taxes fit into the equation?
Right. Well, it's not the favorite topic of most people, but it's so important.
Yeah.
When we're building this three-legged stool, you mentioned that we have our Social Security, we have our other income sources, but that tax is the most important part of this three-legged stool. Tax mitigation, specifically. Most people, when they think of taxes, they say, well, I have a CPA, or I have an accountant or a tax preparer, and I give them my tax return and all my paperwork, and they file it for me. And what we're doing basically is telling our tax preparer that here are all the decisions I've made all year. Here's the result of them. Tell me what I owe. We don't file taxes. We do tax mitigation, and tax mitigation happens before those decisions are made. We speak with our clients and talk to them about where they should be making withdrawals and what type of tax impact that will have. All these type of income sources are all taxed differently. Social Security has its own taxable brackets. Retirement accounts are taxed differently than non-retirement accounts. There could be capital gains tax rates. There could be qualified dividend tax rates. All these things are a culmination of decisions that need to be made throughout the year prior to that April 15th filing date. So
I like, you know what I'm picking up on here? It just literally epiphany, light bulb. You're really saying, going back to what you were talking about, I'm putting things together here. So with Social Security, with the income planning, and with taxes, you're taking your clients, and instead of letting these things happen to them, you're walking them through the choices so that they're making the good choices ahead of time, so that they're determining their outcome. Is that really what that's it?
That's the whole premise of it. It's making a decision throughout a process before the results happen. Meaning, in some cases, a $1,000 difference of where that $1,000 came from during the course of the year, if it came from a qualified account or a non-qualified account, can have the difference between having your Social Security benefits taxed at 0%, 50%, or as high as 85%.
Good gravy.
One withdrawal, one decision. So we want to be ahead of that decision, educating our clients prior to that decision being made and letting them know what the results will be. It really is that domino effect.
Wow.
So taking the time throughout the year to work with our clients and making the right recommendations based on a taxable event that can happen is worth the extra time that we spend.
Okay, so Robert, I have to ask. So we've talked, and this is fascinating, we've talked about Social Security, we've talked about income, we've talked about taxes. So that's the three-legged stool, but you know what, it just dawned on me, we haven't even talked about allocation. So how does that work into this equation?
Well, exactly. It works exactly in that fashion, meaning we start with our Social Security planning with our clients. We talk about other income sources, and then we tie that all out with our tax mitigation plan, how those all affect your taxes. Then, and only then, do we start talking about asset allocation. We go back to that risk tolerance questionnaire that our clients filled out at the very beginning. And we then allocate accordingly to that risk tolerance. Most people find it that when they meet with financial advisors, the first thing they see is a recommendation or an asset allocation.
Here's my portfolio.
Here's the portfolio. Here's what you should be doing.
You
know, we will not make that recommendation until we've addressed the three-legged stool and we've taken the client's risk tolerance into consideration. Then we put together an appropriate allocation strategy that is ever evolving, but is a great starting point for us once we've addressed that.
That, you know, now, after talking to you and really getting to know you, the name of the firm totally all comes back into focus, why it makes sense, the questioning, the asking the why, the thinking, the thoughtfulness, and the fact that one of the things we talked about was at your firm, you guys take the time to get it right.
It's progress through process, right, Dennis?
Progress through process. That is awesome. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to come back and we're going to get to know you even better. I've got some questions that I want to ask you on a Robert level, not a firm level. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to come back. So coming up on Right on the Money, more with Robert, and we're going to really get to know him and how what makes you tick. So we'll be right back.